think the biggest one is the fact that she's not here. And playing a real-life character, you would want at least to have similarities, you know, gestures and things. But what I'm doing, I've spoken to a lot of people that know her, childhood friends, her son, people that worked with her, and I kept hearing the same words from everyone. Courage, one. Most of them called her mother. Every day I'm on set, I'm extremely worried, you know, which is not usual for me. Because usually I have a character and I'm done, I'm sorted. So this one, sometimes I find myself asking myself questions, would she have done this? Not knowing if she would or not, but when I look back at the facts that everybody said the same kind of things about her, I'm able to what she would have done. Anything that was courageous, that was her. Anything that was amazing was her.
The pressure is on, first of all, because you're telling a real life story, and then I'm playing someone who's still alive. Not that she's alive and she was just, you know, someone who happened to be in the hospital. She actually got the virus. So there's different layers of pressure. There's depicting the story accurately. There's portraying the person who's alive in the way that she wants to be portrayed. And then there's also convincing the audience that this was real. Portraying the fear, the emotions, you know, and then she's a doctor too. So there's also the confidence that they have to put up, the facade they have to put up, you know, for patients, even when you feel pain, even when you feel hurt, even when you're scared, you have to be strong for the other person. So there's many layers at different scenes and different parts of it, and the pressure's there.
I don't know if there's a reaction necessarily to that, because I'm in the process of creating the character, the person within the framework of a story. And so the individual is less important to me within the story. The opportunity to be a part of a collective effort is more important to me.
Believe you me, the pressure is huge. I've never been under such pressure. I have lost weight working on this project. We've been shooting since July. We wrap up at 30th of September. But I feel blessed and honored to be the one telling this story, and when you have the story of the lives of such important Nigerians, iconic Nigerians to tell, and a story that all Nigerians are very invested in. If you mention this project and you say, I'm doing a film on Ebola, everybody has a story to tell you, something that they know, something that they did, something that they heard during the whole incident. So we're also vested in the story. It's still so fresh in the minds of people that you'd have to do a hell of a good job to impress them and be prepared for the flack if you don't. So maybe I'll carry my passport and run out.
Ooh, when you're talking in terms of social responsibility, I don't think anyone showed how important it is or how was so dedicated to doing that she gave her life. Dr. Ameyo Adadevo and all the doctors at First Consultant, please, I wouldn't even say my character alone, all the doctors there did not, you know, think they would have an Ebola victim in their hospital. But guess what? When it happened, they all stood up and protected Nigeria. I don't think there's anything bigger or better than that.
It tells, for me and to the Nigerian audience, what is possible when we all come together as Nigerians and put aside our differences, that we can achieve fantastic things together. Look what we did with Ebola. So that's something to put in front of Nigerians, but then it's something to make Nigerians also feel good about, that look, we'll be able to achieve this, because mostly what you hear about Nigeria in the media, international media particularly, is negative. But then also to say to the rest of the world, look, you need to pay more attention to what's happening here, because the truth is the interconnectedness of the world. We're such a, they say, a global village, and nothing underscores this more.
I won't lie to you, when I played, because we're still filming, and the day I actually filmed in the hospital, my hands felt like they had something on them. We're all walking around trying to wash our hands every second. You know, you just become more conscious, and then it sinks in that this was reality for some people for what, the span of a couple of days, and their lives changed completely. So personally, I've thought to myself, wow, what if I just didn't have the chance to come back home? Like, always putting myself in the position of the people that made the sacrifice that they made, you know, and then obviously playing somebody who survived it. I have this innate strength from nowhere, you know. So it's definitely had its own impact on me, on myself.
The value of being of a film like this shows the strength of capacity and will and determination of the Nigerian people. Despite, as we see, their doomsday scenarios, and yet at the same time, they overcome the challenges.
They knew that they could die, they knew that they could lose their lives, but they stood up and said, we have to do this. I spoke to one of the doctors, one of the surviving doctors, and he said, we just had to. And that for me was amazing, because I keep asking myself, would you have said that if you were the person in their shoes? Would I have said, I just have to have done it? I don't know. You know, it makes you question yourself and your own principles. But they were amazing people. I don't think there's anything more showing social responsibility. I don't even know what to call that. Patriotism, human, I don't know what to call it. They were amazing.